Hey guys, I want to just have a quick conversation about kind of the wrapping your head around some of this stuff. So I fully recognize that there's a lot of um, conventional wisdom out there that we've been so indoctrinated with that this concept of hunger and fullness and appetite led eating and it kind of flies in the face of a lot of the conventional wisdom. Some of the things that have been brought up to me is like getting enough calories, getting enough protein. How do I know I'm getting enough protein? And the reality is, enough protein is kind of a really broad definition. And there's science that's been done, there's studies that have been done, and I totally get that. But the reality is those studies are done on a small cross section of people for the most part. And if we're being completely honest, it's mostly on men. And then they, based on their findings, then they make a recommendation, and then that recommendation is kind of put out as a blanket recommendation for, the population. But the thing is we're all so different. Our bodies are all so different. The way our bodies process things is so different. And some of the factors that go into that is genetics and our current body composition, our activity levels, our metabolic processes. If there's any dysfunction anywhere, that's going to change the way we process calories and protein, and it's going to affect what we need and the exercise that we do, which can change from day to day. And so to make a global recommendation and then expect it to be right for you is pretty unrealistic. And so when the experts, quote unquote, say, and there's so many different schools of thought, different ones will say will recommend this and other ones will recommend this, and it's based on their own studies or the studies that fit their opinions or their agendas. And let's be real, most studies are sponsored by businesses who are selling products. Okay, very little of the studies that are performed are done by completely neutral sources. So studies will result in findings that lean toward the agenda of the company or the organization that is sponsoring the study. And that's just a fact. And that's not even just in the diet industry. That's like across the board. So just to begin with, you have to have a little bit of cynicism with scientific studies. And so we have to get back to my body knows what my body needs, and I just need to listen to my body. And that's, I know, the hardest part of this is dismissing all of the quote unquote experts and conventional wisdom and just tuning into this body that is so amazing, so intelligently designed, but we have completely tuned out in favor of listening to so-called experts or Instagram influencers or personal trainers or nutrition coaches. I have unlearned so many things. I've had to really open my eyes to where I was indoctrinated and allowing conventional wisdom to keep me detached from really tuning into what this amazing body that I have is telling me. And doing that has been the most liberating thing that I have done for myself, to be able to let go of all of the confusing, contradictory stuff out there and just tune in here is so huge. So I'm just asking you again to just hang in there with me, trust the process, trust your body, and just see what it does for you. Even if it's confusing, take a leap of faith with me and let's work this. If at the end of 12 weeks you still think I'm full of it, then that's totally fine, and there's no hard feelings. So hang in there with me. Let's get through this.